trading card games offer complex and nuanced battles between a variety of cards. With so many cards in a game, often a select few creep their way up to the top as being more powerful, warping the metagame around them. Sometimes a card may seem bad at first glance, but hold an interesting position relative to the most powerful cards in the format. But oftentimes, cards are just reminders that card design is an art form, and art can be very difficult. In this series, we're going to prove that we're champion level players by getting a win with even the worst designed Pokemon in existence. Using a wheel, we'll figure out which Pokemon we'll encounter for that day and set out to prove that we can win with any card. Will I crack under the pressure, or prove that I'm the champion deck builder I think I am? Find out on this episode of Pokémon Pocket Roulette. New episodes premiere Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 p.m. EST.
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Pocket Roulette. We're going to go ahead and spin this wheel and see what we're working with today. We've got the one, the only, I think I do that one too much. We'll see what we get. It's Vileplume. I can make a Vileplume deck. Alright everyone, so here is the list. The Rafflesia Pokemon Vileplume, who's going to allure you in with that soothing scent and take you out like the poppies from, Elphaba from Wicked. We've got double Oddish, double Vileplume, double Gloom, pretty standard. Basically, we're just going to guarantee that we're leading with Oddish. We've got a 1-2-3 energy line on the Vileplume side, and that's going to be a very clear-cut game plan. What I'm excited about with this deck is actually the inclusion of Blossom. Gloom is a divulging path evolution who can evolve into the Vileplume with a Leaf Stone or Blossom with the Sunstone. Basically, what we're going to try to do is if we go first, we're going to shoot for the Blossom because we are going to have on turn 5, when we place our second energy, we can go ahead and start attacking for 80 damage. If we're going second, when we get that Vileplume, we can be using the Soothing Scent to put the opponent to sleep. Because we're playing a primarily grass deck, we're going to use Erica and Potion to kind of keep our health up, as well as the Cape to also artificially inflate that. Double Communication for consistency, and we have one Pokeball because we're guaranteed to get one Oddish, and we can always do the Pokeball Communicator Shuffle, where we shuffle back the Oddish to get the next stage, then we use the Pokeball to bring it back out. It helps with consistency and is also like a fun interaction. Double Research, obviously, double Leaf to get this Vileplume out of there, and then we also have, what I'm excited about is this Celestic Town Elder. This card is really weird and doesn't see any kind of play, but I think it has a potential niche. I think it's stronger for branching stage 1 evolutions like the Eevee lines, but I think if something happens to one of our Oddishes, we're completely cut off from having it. So having access to that is going to make it where we can potentially lose one early and set one up on the back, and then we can Elder it back. So without further ado, we always are a-doing, but without that much more a-doing, let's get right into the games. All right, guys, we are heading in. The battles are about to start, and we are going to be hoping our Vileplume has enough of that juicy, terrible, seductive acid worked up inside of itself. That's what Rafflesias do, right? I think the only reason I know that name is from Yu-Gi-Oh! But we're going second, which is awesome. It means we've got our Vileplume line already ready to go. We're going to lead Oddish. We've got Research. We've got Erica. This is looking like a pretty good start. Playing against a Togekiss deck, I think this deck is so cool. I think the fact that Togetic has 1 energy at stage 1, it makes it so much better, more consistent. You can deal damage at good times. We've got the Rocky Helmet. That's going to be annoying. If I remember correctly, Togetic has 80 health. These are things that are important to know, but lower, things aren't as prevalent in the meta. We've got Communicator. We're going to go ahead and research, see if we can find Gloom. That's next on our list. We've got Communicator in hand. We found Blossom, but that's not what we need yet. We will do our Oddish. We'll go ahead and attack. We really just want that Gloom and get working towards it. We will take 20 for this, but it's okay. It's not okay. Actually, it's not okay at all. I think I just completely lost the game because their Togetic attack deals 40. Fairy Wind is crazy. Let's just immediately lose this game and see how it goes. There's the Togetic. There's the Fairy Wind. And sometimes you just play like a moron. So maybe next game, Vileplume can do something. That's our simple basic. Elder doesn't do much in that situation. So, that's what happens when opponents are playing top-tier meta threats, though. So good job, Ohi. Oh, hi. You did immediately knock us out. We just shouldn't have attacked. I don't think it would have mattered that much, though. Even with Gloom, we would have lost. We might have had a turn to find another Oddish, though. So let's go into the next battle. And we've already found it. We're going to be playing against Dan Crack, Nice to meet you, Dan Crack. I'm the Vileplume. Some call me Erica. We can't really do Vileplume Victory Bell Tangle on a deck. That's like way too busy, way too much going on. But we'll see what you're rocking with. He never retreats. They never retreat. Going first, this will be pretty decent. We know we're getting the Oddish. We really need some. We really need to see Gloom in one of these hands. Like, we know we're going to get the Oddish, but not having Gloom makes it harder. This is the stage 1 epidemic when you're playing one of these decks. Like, we could get continuous stepped out. They're playing this Eevee. Oh, thank goodness. We found research. As long as we don't get, like, X speed into continuous step triple-headed. Okay, and there's the Gloom. So now, this is the potential Blossom line that we were talking about. Going first, we will have 2 energy on turn 3 to set them up. They're playing some kind of Leafeon deck. Leafeon's got 140 health, if I remember off the top of my head. They're Pokeballing. See, Eevee's a mon that actually would really benefit from the Elder. Because losing one stage 1... Oh, please don't, like, hit heads. That would be so unfortunate right now. We're going to see what they get. And they get heads, man. Sometimes, them's the breaks. We are going to take half of our health pool. But it's okay because we're not taken out yet. We got Communicator. We do have the Gloom. We cannot attack, which is the annoying thing about going first, but that's why we have Blossom. Otherwise, we would have to wait till way further. We cannot die to this Eevee. We will let it try to get heads again, and we'll Erica it. If it doesn't hit heads, that's great too. We have Communicator in hand. We only have a 50% chance to get what we need, though. No, less than that, actually, because we have the other Vileplume. We have the Gloom in hand, or the Blossom in hand, which is our next play. If they don't evolve the proper thing. Okay, so we're actually in a decent position with this. Doesn't look like they have the Leafeon. They're going to get Tails, which is even better. Our Erica is now going to completely heal us. 50 is so good. 50 healing is so powerful. We have the second Gloom. So now what we're going to do, we could get the Vileplume is the problem if we communicated. But right here, we've got this Blossom line now. Such a fun little thing to be able to diverge your paths based on what you need. Just like in a Nuzlocke, when you, when you have like an Eevee and you don't know what you need to evolve it into. We're going to Erica to get ourselves back to full. It's basically like they haven't even went yet, and we're going to Leaf Step right on top of their Eevee. I thought this Blossom wasn't the best. It's still not the greatest, but 130 health is pretty decent. And what's so cool about it is actually giving us a divulging line when it comes to our, our actual team. We will not need the Elder this game. It's not going to be necessary. They've got this Carnivine down here, the Vine Whip dealing extra with the Arceus. Looks like they're just kind of whiffing on some of the stuff they would need. Giant Cape to keep them alive. Like, they are really utilizing their tools. We could just not get the other Oddish, though, and then their need to get 3 prizes is crazy. We're going to lose our entire hand, which sucks. Mars is pretty powerful. We're going to draw 2. Okay, we got the Pokeball. That's exactly, it does hurt to suddenly be down all that card advantage, but they don't have nearly the amount of damage they need. We drew Communicator. We're not going to need it yet. That'll be helpful if we get specifically like just one of the fully evolved forms. We'll go ahead and get this Oddish set up on the bench. I'm trying to think if there's anything crazy that can happen. I don't think so. Plus 30 damage here is 50. That can't do anything. We'll save Cape in hand right now. Yeah, the only other thing I'd be worried about is like Sabrina, but I don't think it's going to matter. We're going to Leaf Step right on top of this Carnivine. Having to use the Cape to keep it alive. They're looking for their Leafeon, it looks like, who's going to have to come out. It'll be vulnerable. They're researching for it. Surely they'll get it now, right? Like 8 cards left in deck. How likely is it that they haven't drawn one of their 2 of? There's a Celebi, which will be a little annoying because... yeah, they're going to get it set up. So this Carnivine's going to hit us for another 20, but they've got Celebi in the back. We should be able to take it. We take it out with 2 hits. If we don't get... oh, yes, Erica's actually pretty strong here. We'll go ahead and get Blossom back to full so we don't have to worry about the potential Celebi 1-flip. We could also just save it with Cape. Let's actually do that. Let's use Cape for now. Stop that threshold. Gloom has 80, right? So utilizing... Gloom... how do I see him? I don't think I can see under it. That's annoying. We will get the Carnivine out, though. We might be hurt by the fact that we don't have Cyrus or Sabrina in this deck. Because either of them, really. Because their health pools suddenly become a lot more efficient, a lot more capable. We can't rip the Celebi EX back out. So if they get, like, Leafeon EX right now, and then they have Celebi attacking us, and then we can't pull it back in for an attack, they're kind of absorbing a whole turn from us. So probably one of the detriments to this deck is not having those. Probably better to run it than this Celestic Town Elder. They also have RCSEX. They've really got a mishmash of grass going on over there. We'll see what they roll. Hopefully they don't get double heads, but we will survive regardless. It'd be nice to force them to have to attack with it again in order to get the win. Okay, well, at least we caped. We can force another double heads and kind of maybe say, hey, you're going to have to commit to us. We really need Gloom. Research. This is awkward. This is pretty awkward. We need to attack. But we need to keep ourselves alive. We're going to go ahead and research. We really need to see the other. We really need to see the Gloom. So we can Communicator for the Gloom. Potentially it's a 50-50 chance. Potion's not going to do anything here. We have to get Gloom and then we have to get Vileplume. Is like the crappy part. We know Elder's in deck. I'm considering a line where we sacrifice Oddish. We put Oddish out. Blossom will have to come back in. We'll have the opportunity to draw Elder, but then it turns Gloom off if we draw it. We're just going to Communicator, see if we can get the Gloom. If we can get the Gloom, I might be a little less gloomy about what's going to happen here. We'll draw, and it's the Vileplume again. Communicator needs a clause that says, yeah, this isn't going to happen. Sorry. We could potentially... We're really... Yeah, not being able to draw the Gloom really sucks. We were able to stay alive for the turn, but we don't have a way to deal 50 damage to the Celebi. Even then, we don't have a way to pull it back out if we get it. We could get like hecka lucky, but there's so many ways the opponent is allowed to play this and still get a victory that it's not going to matter. Cool that we got to show off the Blossom step. They've got the Erica, which... You know, great. Now, if they attack and they get... Oh, and they've got the potion. You know, that's the power of Erica and grass decks. They're just playing a better version. But they could get triple tails here. We are going for triple tails. Triple tails? It's going slow because it knows what we need. All right, and we're out of here. So now we need to attack with Gloom. We need to survive the attack back, which is going to be 4 potential chances. We don't have a way to make our health go above all. Dan Crack, this one might be yours. We're going to get Oddish in there and see what we draw. Ram 'em. We could get super lucky. The opponent can misplay. We can get super lucky. There's nothing they're going to be able to do. There's the Leafeon that they've been waiting for so long. Beautiful full art. Looks very nice. I haven't seen it yet. I've glanced at it, but I haven't looked at it full. It looks really pretty. They're going to potion us again. Say, hey, this is what we've been bricking on all game. We also have way more powerful quality cards than you, so good luck with that. We might end up swapping the deck up slightly, changing the Elder. There's the Erica again. Okay, well, we just need them to get, a bunch of tails, and we'll be fine. We'll draw Gloom. They'll get more tails, then we'll put them to sleep, and then we'll get our heads. Or they won't get heads, and they won't wake up. So, or we'll just... 1? All right. Well, sometimes that's how it goes. Well, they've got the win. Good job, Dan Crack. What an interesting little thing. You got your little Meowth icon. You got it. But maybe the next game will be what we need. Let's find out, shall we? And we're going to send our thanks per usual because we're not terrible people. There's no reason not to send thanks. This is the shopping cart of Pokemon Pocket. Do you put your shopping cart back up or do you not put your shopping cart back up? Especially when it's nearby. And if you don't put your shopping cart back up, you should really reflect and think about what you're doing with your life because that's a little crazy. But now we're playing against Kong 520. And hopefully he's not playing a fire deck. I know he's got the little Charizard thing. I like to make a lot of assumptions about... Oh, and Charge. Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you too, Kong. We're going first, which means we're opening our Blossom line. Oh, and they've got a fire type deck. They're going to lead with like Ember, one shot. I'm waiting on it. Are we ready? But we might be able to show off the Elder this game. So, or they could brick, or they could just be playing like a normal type deck. Okay. Moltres EX and Charmander, and they're going first, and they're going second, so they can immediately start setting it up. We might be a little cooked. We have nothing to do. Yeah, let's pass, We could get really lucky with some sleeps. Basically what we want to do. All right, here's the win con. This is how we have to play. We have to play in order to set up Vileplume coming out, and they have research. We need Vileplume to come out second. Because if we can get a hit with Blossom and then we can get a sleep with Vileplume on whoever comes in, and Pokeball, we can get a hit with Blossom, or we can get Vileplume to just like cheese them with sleep. This is like the premier cheese deck is using Vileplume in order to keep them from being able to do anything. That Rafflesia, we're gonna capture them. Speaking of Vileplume, Tails, that's what we needed the Celebi to do. So look, Arceus wants us to win. Okay, that's not good. We are going to Communicator. All right. Here's the actual plan. We Communicator out Vileplume to get Gloom. Because it's 100% chance likely we get Gloom. There's no way we don't get Gloom, right? And there's Gloom. We don't evolve yet. Oh, we have to evolve yet. We don't get an attack this turn. That's so frustrating. It's so annoying when things work like that. Because now we can't attack. This is my problem with the design of some of these stage 1 mons. It's like you evolve or you don't. And they started getting better about it. Togetic's a great example of like using of a mon being able to have applications like going first and second within itself. Because by having one attack going one, like stage 2, having 2 energy, if you're turn 5 or turn 6, you're set up. On like Togetic, you're ready to go. It doesn't matter because it only takes 2 energy. Gloom, we're always making this weird decision of like, do I attack and deal any kind of damage? Which isn't going to matter here because we do have the Blossom coming out. But it's, can I attack and do so much damage? There's the Charmeleon, so that's the last part of the setup. Now they just need Charizard and they need to hit some heads. And we're going to be cooked, literally, like we're going to be roasted alive. The other problem, again, is no Cyrus Sabrina, so their EXs suddenly have like their health pool is much more valuable because they can absorb hits, be on the bench, and then not worry about us pulling them in. Now, some people might assume we're on it, and maybe they'll psych themselves out. So we're waiting on this coin flip. These people are taking forever for some reason. And that's our win con right there, baby, is just let them run out of time before their coins land. It's actually taking so long. Like, I feel like, all right, like, how hard is it to flip a coin? Flip your coin! You've already won. Just flip the coin. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Tails? They got 1 energy. They've got 1 energy out of 6. If we were playing anything competent, we would be okay. Arceus doesn't want them to win, and they've got 3 seconds. Like, apply your things. Wait a second. No, dude, they're actually just cheese timing me. Oh, we got the Oddish though. All right. This is where Elder comes into play because if they do like Sabrina take us out, then we're going to be able to Elder back our Oddish. Elder's not good. I need it to be better. We are going to Leaf Step all over this Moltres. Have you ever seen a Blossom take down a Moltres? Probably not. And you probably won't either because I feel like they're going to hit us with like Leaf into Charizard Slash or something along those lines. There's the Charizard. Oh, goodness. Don't tell me I'm like predicting the future. Don't do the Leaf. X Speed. That works too. So they're going to slash us. And when they slash us, it's going to deal bonus because we're grass type. So we need to draw Erica. We need to draw Research. We need to draw Gloom. It's got 80 health. Or 180 health. I knew it was strong, but living 2 hits from Vileplume, that sucks. Okay, Communicator does nothing here. Communicator does nothing here. We could Leaf out. If we Leaf out, they have Crimson Storm. We could keep Blossom up. That's not a win con, though. We've got to do the 80 damage with the Leaf Step and go from there. When they knock us out, we can Elder back our other Oddish, but we don't have the other Gloom. So we can use this Oddish as like a wall, I guess. I think I'm taking Elder out of the deck. Maybe they'll be crazy and they'll Crimson Storm us. They'll be like, actually, I just want to take you out with Crimson Storm because, yeah, Gloom's going to die. Okay, we need to draw Gloom. We need to utilize Cape. We need to get a heads on Vileplume. Those are the things that need to happen. If we can trick them, Erica does nothing here. Erica actually just loses us the game. Yeah. Elderback for Oddish. Oddish. Concede. We have officially found our first Pokemon who has not done this in like the first 3 games. And they just got super unlucky. And it didn't matter. You know, the type matchup, the slash, the 180 health on, you know, the Charizard. So strong. Being able to knock anything out in the game right now is crazy. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. And hopefully I haven't signed up for a long night of getting Vileplumed. Haven't even got Vileplume out yet. Blossom just seems to be the better one in the situation. But this is a Vileplume deck. Blossom was just a tangential line. So let's try and show off the Vileplume. We're going first again, which means Blossom line. But hopefully the game will last long enough. We've got Manaphy. We've got our guaranteed Oddish. We do have research to start. So that's good. Oh my goodness. Who plays these fire decks? There's literally... He's going to deal so much damage to us. Oh my goodness. All right, we need to draw the other Oddish so we can sacrifice this one. So we can come back. Oh, no. And they're going second. Oh my goodness. And we got to get Blossom too. And Salazzle, I think, has 100 health. Ugh. Ah. We just need to draw and see what we can get. Honestly, we've got Salazzle, they've got the Pokeball. I'm interested to see what the deck actually is. It could just be like a... Oh, I wonder if Elder would be good with Salazzle and Salandit. So they're playing Growlithe. They're just playing a random fire deck. This is like a 3 rarity or lower. No, they used research already. We lost half our health. We drew Leaf. We are going to go here. We'll evolve into Gloom. We'll still take Weakness. We will use a Potion. We need... Okay, so we know that we need Blossom. So we could go ahead and Communicator. And by Communicatoring, we are basically making it where we can send... We're trying to get to Blossom. We could get the other Oddish and start getting it set up. We'll just pass. We'll see what ends up happening here. See what they're playing. Okay, yeah, there's the Salazzle, the Poison Claws, plus, so that's 30, plus 20, plus we're poisoned. We can get over it with Evolution, though, and we will knock it out with Blossom. So we really are just playing around the fact that we do need Blossom. Draw! That's not Blossom, bro. We can get rid of the Poison. Gloom has 80 health normally. Vileplume has 140, so we'll heal by 60. We have the Erica. We will have to wait till next turn. All right, let's see it. Let's get the Vileplume out here. We'll drop that fat Erica. We'll get it going, and then we can hopefully draw another Oddish. That way we can at least get a wall Oddish with the Celestic Town Elder. This is the problem I was talking about. Blossom would one-shot this Salazzle, and we would suddenly be in a winning position. But I think we can potentially still do it with the Vileplume. They don't have a way to knock us out. They could have like Arcanine EX that they're going to start setting up in the back. That seems to be like the plan for this deck, is you just have Salazzle as like an attacker. Then they can go into a bigger Mon. We're actually in like a decent... We're not in the worst spot. Being poisoned right now is pretty frustrating. We really need to draw... Not Leaf. Yeah, I feel like they're just going to kill us with Heat Tackle next turn. We will throw a... Heat Tackle... I think it's Heat Tackle. It's just going to take us out regardless. This suite of trainer cards I'm playing is garbage. I think Salazzle living with 90 health and being asleep would be better than whatever it is that we're dealing with right here. I think they're actually playing really well. If they have Arcanine in hand, they're either bricked and don't have Arcanine, or I think we just lose to Growlithe. 40. Have we taken the poison damage yet? Nope. All right. Let's see what they do. Let's see. We can learn some more. There's the Arcanine EX with the Inferno Onslaught, and he's gonna, you know, we learned it's not called Heat Tackle, it's called Inferno Onslaught. You got it, bro. He could kill us with a Salazzle, too. All right. What's that, the 4th game? Good job, Gold Eliza. 88. We're going to go ahead. Oh! I didn't mean to not thank them. I'm so sorry. I didn't put the shopping cart up. I'm so sorry. We're going to go into our next match. We'll give this guy double thanks. We're fighting against the Kevinator. I thought it was Kevinator, but those are V's. Or it could be W stylized. I think we're playing against a dark deck. They've got the Darkrai. We're going second, so we can actually get a Vileplume line. They're playing a grass deck. Guaranteed Oddish. Gloom. All right, this is it. This is it. We're going to see what we can get. Oh my goodness. They're just playing. I actually don't know what we could even be looking for, to be honest. Like maybe a really crappy Golem deck is like what we're looking to play against, because Executory X is so powerful. It's just going to smash our heads in. If we were playing EXs, definitely probably who I would pair up with. Oh, we're never killing anything. We're never killing anything in this game. They're just going to shame and heal every turn. Leaf is about to come out of the deck. If I lose another one, Leaf is coming out of the deck. I've never had to withdraw. The idea is that you can withdraw Vileplume because they have this higher retreat cost, but we've never had to withdraw because we just die. I mean, they're literally just going to heal the damage they take. Maybe they don't have Venus, or, Executory X. That's what we're hoping for. And they've got it. All right, maybe they'll just get really unlucky. And we can have them hit tails, and we can do something from there. And they got heads, and we've already lost. Oh my goodness. We might have to change the deck up a little bit. We'll do one more. We'll do one more, and then if that doesn't work, we're gonna come back with something a little more powerful, a little more. Actually, there is nothing more powerful. I believe in these lines. I believe. We found our next opponent. This is Hoshizora. Hopefully, we can Hoshizora take them out because, oh my goodness, we have been getting messed up today. Vileplume has not been cutting it. This is a different kind of style of deck, guaranteed basic. We're going first, so Blossom line. We've got the Oddish. We have the Elder. We've got Pokeball. We've got Research and Communicator. We've got this. They're playing a Steel Def. Oh. Why are we going first? That's okay. Actually, okay. We're good. Pokeball. Guarantee pull the Oddish. Then we're just going to Research into Research. And then we're going to win the game. Because 2 Metal Claws, Metal Turbo, and the Gloom. All right. It's just that easy. We'll go ahead and put the Oddish down too. And then we're going to get to showcase why we have the leaves. We'll pass. You know, what are you going to do? I'm not scared of Dialga. This is a very pretty Dialga, the 1250 EX. They've got Metallic Turbo. What did they just do? Oh, they researched too? Fair game. Fair game. We're just going to both pot agree. They've got the cute little Manaphy Piplup. You can't do any... Oh! They might have bricked. We're going to research and see if we get... We'll research, see if we can get what we need. Leaf. If we don't draw Blossom, we're going to get messed up, man. I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so upset if we can't get something here. I mean, they don't have to play anything. They can probably throw the RCSUX down. I mean, this is like a very powerful and competent deck versus whatever it is that we're playing. So, you know. Oh, hold up. They're trolling. They're trolling. Oh, yes. And we got Vileplume. Okay. It's not exactly what we needed, but we could steal a win with it. We've got the Vileplume on board. We're going to say, hey, you better take us out, or we're going to put you to sleep. We're going to Rafflesia you very much, so we will let them think that we're at a disadvantage. We have the Oddish. Oh, and if they Sabrina us in to take the Oddish out, we've got the Elder. So we know exactly what's going on. We are about to... Oh, there's the RCSEX. That's, you know, late for... It's immune to special conditions, bro! Oh my goodness. Oh no. This is why we do the combo. This is why we Vileplume and Blossom. There's the Giant Cape. That's so much damage. All right, it's going to potentially deal 130. So we are going to Cape. And then we're going to Erica. And then what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, we don't have Gloom. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're going to stall this Dialga out forever with Sleep, hopefully. And then we can do something from there. We're, you know, they can't knock us out. We're too powerful. We've got the Soothing Scent. We're going to hopefully hope it stays soothing. Tails so they don't wake up. That basically puts their whole turn on hold. That's like the best. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried. We're going to get the Gloom set up. We're going to get the Blossom. We can't be knocked out in one shot by the Arceus regardless of how they set up their bench. Lickitung. Get it out of here. Potion. Oh no. It's okay. We'll just keep them asleep again. I'm really not. Okay. Well, now they're just being bad. I guess they're playing around the Giovanni that I don't have. This Leaf is coming out of the deck. I mean, this is like a pretty powerful meta deck, right? Like, it's like, it makes sense. Oh, you moron. You can't run away. You're sleeping. If we lose to this person, I'm going to be so upset. You know, does actually want him to wake up because then it seems like our odds are worse. Oh, but now I can put him back to sleep. So we're going to be good to go. We'll draw. Communicator doesn't matter. Communicator doesn't matter if we don't have a Pokemon. I mean, it does mean we can probably guarantee what we need. We've got double high roll, and then we've got one Gloom is the problem. We really need a way to consistently get stage 1 mons. We're going to go ahead and put this guy back to sleep and really hope they roll the tails, because that's the only thing keeping us around right now. Otherwise, we're just going to be in like a really crappy situation where they run away and we can't get them out. Yes. All right. And they're sleeping. So we get a whole nother stall turn of figuring out what to do, which is very good. And if they like get crazy and throw the Licky Licky in and then get unlucky because they're like trying to show off Licky Licky, then we'll be good to go. They have the Arceus. They've got the Licky Licky. All right. They're still asleep. Gloom? Blossom. Okay. And now we just Communicator for the Gloom. Easy. Easiest Communicator into Gloom I've ever seen in my life, okay? Just don't be Vileplume. Please don't be Vileplume. Guys, I can't do it. Please don't be Blossom. Gloom, you're hanging around in there. You're drooling. I got the full art of you. Let's see you. Come on out. Yes. I don't even have the full art in this deck. It's okay. We do have him ready to go, though, which means we are set up. Now we have a 50-50 shot at what we need. We can put him to sleep. They'll send an Arceus who will not take us out. We can hit for 80 and then we need to evolve. Or if they send Licky Licky in, he also doesn't have the energy he needs. So really, I think we're in a favorable position. I think Vileplume can slay Arceus Dialga, especially when they are as behind as they are. Well, they're not behind anymore, but being behind and then stalling. And then now we've got this 50-50 shot. I don't even know what else is left in our deck. We've got the Elder in hand. We've got the potion in hand. I think it's Erica's, right? We've just got Erica's. Cape doesn't matter. We knock it out in the same amount unless they have potion, in which case that's annoying. We won't be able to put them to sleep, but they can't knock us out. And we can Erica and be above. They probably have another bench though. I think. Oh. We could potentially do it. We can't put them to sleep. We could potion. Potioning doesn't matter here. If we potion, we could prevent them from... The Licking Fury could be the problem. If they switch it out... Alright. Here's the play. We leaf out the Vileplume so we can attack with the Blossom. They have to send Licky Licky in. Hopefully they don't have a potion. Alright. I see a couple of variations that we could still win. Okay, hopefully they don't have a potion. That's like number one. Even if they do have a potion, we potentially could do something crazy. We have the potential to sleep Licky Licky if they try to retreat and run away, and they use the continuous flip. They could Sabrina Vileplume in, which is also actually probably game winning, but we just assume they don't have it, right? If they pull the Vileplume in, kill it with Licky Licky, and then we have Blossom, we're not going to be able to take the Licky Licky out, and we don't have the chance to like put it to sleep. Smart person here, though, retreats into Licky Licky, I think, 100% of the time. He's trapped in, not really trapped. He could use the rest of his energy to get out to Arceus, but it might not matter so much. 3 left. We have double Erica. So that's potential 70 healing. It's not enough though with Licky Licky. It could be for Arceus if they don't have enough to keep it empowered. And then we'll go from there. Just waiting on the opponent to make their decision. You know, this is like, come on, bro. There's like one play. I don't know what's in his hand, but there's like one play. I guess I do kind of take my time sometimes in like more complex board states, but I don't know. Right now it feels like they're pretty consistently going to win. With Sabrina or Cyrus, which I'm sure they're playing, pull in Vileplume. If they don't think to switch to Licky Licky, though, that's a problem. Hopefully they kind of get cornered into like, they just kind of tunnel in on like, oh, I've got to do something. Like time is clicking. There's pressure on the clock. We take it. We take it, and we got the Vileplume victory. I'm done with this. I'm going to do something else, anything else. But really, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I think there's definitely some improvements that could be made to this deck. Number one, the Elder never came up. It could have came up in that last game. I was like, okay, if they attack, we can Elder back the Oddish, so we can have Oddish to do like the last 20 damage if they do have a potion. Because the sequence would be, they potion, they get to 100. they knock out, or they don't knock Blossom out, or they knock Vileplume out with like Sabrina. We send Blossom in, deal 80. It has 20 health left, and we have Oddish with the Blot to take it out on the bench, which would have been crazy. We also had Leaf there, which actually did come in handy, but definitely like we'll go down to 1 Leaf. What am I saying? We're not playing Vileplume. 3 energy to put something to sleep for only 80. The cool thing about this deck, though, I do really think, is this Vileplume Blossom. You know, whenever we went first, we could play towards Blossom. Whenever we went second, we could play till Vileplume. But anyway, thank you for enduring those matches with me. We don't know how the last one would have super turned out, but we had a couple lines to victory, less so than more, but still there was some potential. We didn't know what the opponent was playing. They could have been bricked on like Celestic Town Elders too. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, let me know which Pokemon you're excited to come across the wheel and see in a deck, and subscribe. That way you can see when the new episodes come out. They come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right now, and I'm having a lot of fun making them. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll smell you later.